Welcome to another edition of the Show Me Hoops podcast. I'm Coach David Heeb, and I'm joined by Coach Bennett from Chaminade High School. Coach, thanks for taking a second to do this.
Absolutely, no problem. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, and so, first of all, congratulations on a phenomenal season. You guys not only finished second in state and make it back to the Final Four again, but I know some of the games that you played along the way, like you beat a good Sykeston squad, countless other ones that, we kind of kept up with throughout the year. So just talk a little bit about your team and your journey.
Yeah, first and foremost, it all starts with our guys. They do a really good job of buying into the team concept and reinforcing it on a daily basis, which allows us to really be a strong unit against some of these really, really good teams in the country and also locally. Coach Holyfield has a tremendous program down in Sykeston, and that was one of the marquee wins of our season. Because if you know Missouri basketball, that going down to Sykeston to get a win is a rare occurrence. And we were fortunate to do it. We were sharing the ball well, we were knocking down shots, and we were rebounding together. So that's one of the games that we're very proud of. We were fortunate to win the Belleville East tournament, beating St. Mary's, a really good St. Mary's team, and then also beating Belleville West in overtime in the championship. So, it's just a testimony. There's great teams everywhere, and anybody can win it on any day, and we're just fortunate to be the one that won.
And I know that Belleville West team won the state title in Illinois yesterday. So,
they sure did.
Yeah, with E.J. Liddell, that's a heck of a team. And so, like I said, you guys, your reputation precedes you. For those of our listeners and the fans around the state that have not had the chance to watch you play, if I were to drive to watch a Chaminade game, what's your style of play? What's your overall coaching philosophy?
Yeah, I believe in giving guys a lot of freedom, and then trying to rein them in based upon where they're at. So offensively, we run motion. And it allows our guys to, especially the guys that can score at all three levels, to do so. It capitalizes on what they already know, and it's hard to scout. It's hard to defend, and it's something that obviously takes patience, and you have to have guys that are committed to the team concept, or else it won't work. And that's why. Especially the past 2 years, we've been really successful with it, because our top guys bought into it, and it made it easier for all the other guys.
And I think that, you guys are obviously famous for your alumni, a Brad Beal, a Jason Tatum, a David Lee. Do you think that philosophy is part of your player development there, while the guys seem to keep getting better every year?
Yeah, it's a non-negotiable. You have to be willing to develop as an individual, but also buy into the team concept, or else it just doesn't work, and that kind of, that just is just what I believe in. I think that even, if Jason Tatum can buy into the team concept, no one else has any excuses, so.
That's right.
So with that being said, I think, our seniors this year have done a fantastic job of doing so. Jericho Helms was phenomenal. He shared the ball. He would facilitate. He was always trying to look to get other people involved, but also knew when it was time for him to put the pedal to the metal and try and take over the game. So, I'm the lucky guy that gets to work with such humble and great teammates. It just makes coaching a lot easier when guys are like that.
And you just mentioned Jericho Helms going to North Carolina State. I know when I talked to Coach Holyfield, we spoke the other day, and he just raved about that kid and was just talking about not only, obviously physically he's gifted, he's got a lot of God-given talent, but on top of that, Coach Holyfield just raved about how smart he was as a player and his competitive fire. And that's what you hear everybody say about Helms is like, oh, he'll go guard this guy, that guy. He'll just take on the defensive assignment, and how competitive of a kid he is. So give me your best Jericho Helms story.
Yeah, the stories that I will never forget about Jericho circles around, just being competitive. He was always a guy that wanted to guard Jason Tatum when he was here, because Jericho was a sophomore when he was a senior, and he was a freshman, obviously, when he was a junior. So that's one of the reasons why he's fearless. Just every single day in practice as an underclassman, he would just go head to head with Jason, and not back down, both offensively and defensively. And then as an upperclassman, he would return the favor to some of the younger classmen, which was awesome. And I just think that with a guy like Jericho, when his career is all said and done, there will be plenty of young guys that will be better because of it, and that's the whole goal, to make sure that your program's not just circled around one or two guys. It's actually a living organization that passes tradition and winning habits down, and he's been instrumental to it.
That's a great tribute you can say to any kid. So yeah, I agree 100%. So yesterday you guys go up against Webster Groves in the state finals. You come up a little bit short. I was actually not at the game, but I was following along with different people who were there at the game on Twitter, different things like that. It sounded like, it was almost got down to the JV squad at the end of the game. Both sides were running out of players.
Yeah.
So, as a coach, I mean, I've coached in the Final Four and, won state titles and whatnot. Talk about just how difficult it is to adjust in that kind of environment to where, the margin for error is so thin to begin with because you're playing against Webster Groves, who's got a heck of a ball team.
Right. I mean, you hit the nail on the head. The margin for error is razor thin, especially going up against a team like Webster. So you basically have to make sure that that moment has been prepared for in the fall, because it's not something that you're just you're not going to be able to fix anything overnight, any major issues, so really preparation for that starts well in advance in the fall and in the summertime with the contact days and everything. So that's honestly where it starts at. But then in the game itself, as a coach, I just feel like you have to provide the stability that your kids are looking for. So when, a great team's going to go on runs, and obviously, basketball is a game of runs. So when they go on a run, you can't lose your cool as a coach. You just have to stay steady so your guys can reflect that. And they came out and had a great start. We started slow and we just stayed the course. And there were a couple of times where the game could have got out of hand, and we stayed the course to the point where it was a 3-point game. But obviously with the foul count being what it was, we put them on the line a little bit too much down the stretch, especially, which allowed them to kind of get away from us. And I don't say that to make any excuses, because obviously they're well deserving of it, but we could have played better, and whatnot, but I'm proud of our guys. I'm proud of our seniors, man. They're a special group. They've been with me for 4 years, and it's been a heck of a ride. They're going to be even better men in college because of it.
I guarantee it. And so what's it like preparing for a guard as dynamic as Courtney Ramey? I mean, you're from the St. Louis area. You're familiar with Ramey. The whole state has watched this kid grow up. I bet all of you in the area are glad he's graduating. Kind of one of those things, like, get this guy out of here already. It seems like he's been playing for a decade, but how good is he, and what was kind of your preparation for Courtney?
Yeah, you just want to make life as difficult as possible. So limiting his catches, making his catches tough, making him catch outside of where he's comfortable, try and make him play off the ball. And then on the offensive side, try and go at him as many times as possible so he can get in foul trouble, which I thought we did a pretty good job of.
Absolutely, yes.
But you got to make a guy like that work, and then also understand that he's going to have an impact on the game. So don't let that have an adverse reaction to you as a player. Just understand, he's obviously one of the best players in the country, so he's going to score points, he's going to facilitate, he's going to make plays, and just when he does, just understand that we want him to make difficult plays. We don't want him to make get wide open looks or put him at the foul line, which we did a mediocre job of. So, but that's the game plan, and obviously in preparation for him, you have to take into consideration that he's not a a one-man show. They've got
Absolutely.
other guys that you have to prepare for as well, but
absolutely,
which makes it difficult. So.
Yeah, so what's next for your program? I know you lose a good group of seniors, but what's next for Chaminade?
Well, we take a week off and then we're back in the weight room, man. I mean, it's just there's no secret to what we do. You know, we try and do what I know a lot of coaches are doing around here. We you know, you just got to work. You really do, and you know, with the guys that were down at state, you know, some of them are spoiled because that's all they know. You know, Jericho Helms, that's all he knows are Final Fours. You know. And so with that being said, I think a lot of our guys, you know, go through a transitional period where they come to realize how much the guys in front of them actually did, you know, and so we don't have time to waste for our guys to figure that out in the winter time. We have to prep for it now, so they'll enjoy a week off and then we're back at work, man.
I love it. I mean, that's how it has to be. If you're going to get better, there's no time for time off. And so,
that's right. That's
yeah.
Right.
Well, Coach, I appreciate you taking a second to do this, and hopefully we can do it again.
Appreciate you having me.
Hey.
Whenever I can, please let me know.
Okay, will do. Thank you so much, Coach.
Thank you.